You're Syrene, aren't you? Commander of Freelius Pegasus Knights?
I am, and I know who you are. You are Sir Kyle, Cavalier of Renee's.
I'm honored that you know my name. I don't believe we've met, have we?
We met once, about 10 or so years ago. You may have forgotten.
10 years ago. Wait, you're... That's Syrene!
So, you finally remembered me.
Do I ever? I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
Well, Sir Kyle, you certainly have turned out well.
Oh, please. Let's do away with the honorifics, shall we?
Of course, Kyle. You haven't changed at all. It takes me back.
I barely recognized you, Syrene. You look completely changed. I had no idea you'd become a knight. A Pegasus knight, no less.
That's nice of you to say. So I've grown, have I?
You've grown a lot. It's a shame we have to be reunited on a battlefield.
You're right about that. We ought to sit down and talk soon.
I'd like that too, Syrene. But let's finish off this lot first, shall we?
All right, but don't try to be a hero like last time, all right?
A hero? What did I do?
Well, that's your homework. See if you can't remember. How you holding up, Kyle?
The war is tough, but my sword arm is strong and I am well.
That's an awfully stuffy response.
Stuffy. It's accurate, isn't that enough? But that's beside the point. I still can't figure out what you were talking about.
Oh, your homework? You've been thinking about it all this time? You're so serious. I was right. You haven't changed in the slightest. You've always been this way. Remember when I tried to show you around Freilia's castle town? You said, "I'm here to do my duty, not to sightsee." And you went back inside. You went home without even trying Freilia's fabulous seafood. King Hayden thought I'd been remiss in showing you our fair city.
I'm sorry about that, Syrene. I had no idea. I was on a special mission to deliver a letter to King Hayden. I didn't have any time for sightseeing, like I'd said.
Are you seriously apologizing for that? It was so long ago.
You're right. I know I was only there for 3 days, but that was a memorable trip. I grew up in landlocked Renee's. I'd never see the ocean. Not before you showed it to me.
You didn't show any interest at all in the local culture or cuisine, but when I asked if you'd like to go to the sea, you got so excited.
It was intense. I felt so small standing there, staring at the sea. Looking over the waves, I hoped that I could be that strong, that persistent.
I think it's the only time I've ever seen the real you. I know we only spent half a day together, but it was such fun.
Really? I'm glad to hear that.
Maybe sometime we can do that again?
I'd like that. Let's use that hope to drive us on. When we've restored peace, we'll go see the Freelian coast again.
Yes, definitely.
What's wrong, Syrene? Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but I'm worried about my Pegasus.
Here, let me take a look. Looks like he's got a wound here that hasn't properly healed. I can fix this up for you. It's nothing serious, but you might want to get him some proper care later.
Thanks, Kyle. You're a lifesaver. It was careless of me to have not noticed the injury.
Your Pegasus is smart. He may have hidden it from you so as not to worry you. It's not your fault, Syrene. You shouldn't worry about it.
No, I'm just not fit to be a Pegasus Knight. I'm so pitiful. If you hadn't seen that injury, I could have put us both in danger. I could have cost us both our lives.
You're being too hard on yourself. If you were in danger, I would have been at your side in an instant. I'm sure you would do the same, wouldn't you?
Yes, gladly.
We just have to help one another out if something happens. You and I have been friends for over 10 years, after all.
For over 10 years?
That's right, Syrene. You did the same for me back then.
Back then?
It was on the day I left Freelia. Near the border, I came upon some bandits harassing a poor merchant. I tried to help him, but I was outnumbered. Badly. When they saw I was a knight, they wasted no time surrounding me. I thought that was it for me. But then, out of nowhere, you show up. You and I drove off those bandits, and you saved my life that day.
I see you finished your homework.
Oh, so that's what you wanted me to remember. Don't be a hero, indeed.
You left Freelia before I could give you a going-away present. I went out hoping to catch up to you when I saw you surrounded by bandits. You were fighting all those bandits on your own to save that merchant. I'd never seen a knight so dedicated to the protection of the innocent.
Going-away present. You're talking about this, aren't you?
The wooden Pegasus I carved for you. You still have it?
Of course I do. After we dealt with those bandits, you said to me, "Keep this and remember Freelia." How could I possibly misplace it? I carry it with me as a reminder. As long as I have this, I feel like I'll always have someone watching over me. Actually, I started collecting wooden figurines since you gave me this. But I always carry this one on me.
I'm glad to hear it meant so much to you.
I'll treasure it always.
Kyle, when we're all at peace again, won't you visit Freelia once more?
You know, I was thinking about that too. I think I really missed out by not having Freelian seafood. This time around, I won't miss it. And I should see some sights too. Will you show me around, Syrene?
Yes, I'd love to. I've been told I can fry up a mean fish, too.